Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Scott, and today I'd like to talk to you about how to handle difficult questions after you've given a presentation. You know, most presentations finish with a question and answer time, a time where the audience can ask the presenter questions about their content. And this can be one of the most unpredictable and challenging parts of a presentation. So first, I'd like to talk about what to do when you don't understand the question. And this can happen quite a bit. Someone asks a question and you don't quite understand what they mean. And so the first thing to do would be just to ask them to repeat the question. You could say something like, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that correctly. Can you say that again?" And then hopefully, if they say it again, you'll be able to understand it. Now, the next difficult situation I want to talk about is when you don't know how to answer the question. And in these situations, it's a good idea to rephrase the question that you heard to make sure that you're answering the question that the person asked. This also can give you a little bit of time to think about how you're going to answer the question. So when you get the question, you could say, "So if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is," and then that gives the person that asked the question a chance to confirm if that really is the question they want to ask you. And then the third situation I want to talk to you about is what to do when you don't know the answer. And there can be times when someone asks you a question, and to be honest, you just don't know the answer. And the best thing to do in that situation is to be honest. It's a good idea to just say, "You know, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. Can you let me get back to you on that?" Okay. The worst thing you can do is make up an answer or lie or something like that, because that can damage your own credibility and it can often leave the audience confused. Okay. Now, since we're giving presentations in English, and for many of you, English is not your first language, this question and answer time can be particularly difficult. And sometimes we feel rushed or our stress and anxiety increase. And so it's a good idea when someone's asking a question to take a deep breath, be polite, smile, and just try to have a good attitude about it. There are some techniques we can use if we just need a little bit more time. And as I said before, maybe even if you do understand a question, you can ask someone to repeat it. And sometimes having someone repeat a question gives you just a little more time to think. Another thing you can do is rephrase the question, and as I said before, that can give you some more time to think. So the most important thing is to be polite and be honest and be confident. Even if you don't know the answer to a question, it doesn't mean you gave a bad presentation, and it doesn't mean that your credibility is now gone because you didn't know the answer. The worst thing is if you make up an answer or tell a lie or give the audience an answer that you're not sure about. All right, I hope you have a lot of success when you're asked questions during your presentation, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.